Agriculture Meteorologist Greg Soulje now brings us his farm weather forecast for the week ahead.
Our weather segment is brought to you by SprayTech, making your spray applications effective and convenient. Use it once, trust it always. Greg Soulje has been keeping an eye on what's developing around the country from a weather perspective. And Greg, out in the Pacific Northwest, what are you watching this next week?
Well, late September, early October, you ought to begin to get some significant weather systems, troughs, if you will, to begin to march inland and have enough cooling up aloft to manufacture some organized precipitation. We will get that in some of these parched soils of Washington State and Oregon, between about 75 and almost 95% short and very short in the soil moisture department. Meanwhile, on the warmer side of this system, almost a midsummer-like ridge, the showers and thunderstorms could be heavy and severe, scattered and clustered up across parts of Big Sky Country and the Dakotas. Interesting setup this week with not only the Atlantic Basin, but the Pacific Basin driving tropical weather. We'll take a look at that in just a second. Over the late portions of the week, note how the trough establishes itself across the northern and central Rockies, much like last week, above about 7,000 or 8,000 feet. That rain will shift over to a rain-snow mix. Some shower activity for northern California. A couple of more showers and gusty winds. Pacific northwestern reaches of the country with cooler air and some shower activity beginning to break out in better coverages from the Black Hills on northward. Look at this weather system. This is Narda. Yes, Narda, the remnant system that was a hurricane in down near Baja, the south end of Baja, earlier on, and it'll bring some downpours again, much like we had about a week to 10 days ago into LA, southward into the Imperial Valley. Plenty of tropical moisture northward with daytime heating, showers and thunderstorms scattered there, and there's plenty of summertime, summer-like heat across the winter wheat belt. A little more rain to be appreciated, but the dry time as well to get those combines beyond about 35 to 45%, whether it's planting operations or harvest operations from Nebraska on southward. The trough moves inland. The remnants of Narda are still there, and this brings about flash flood potential over the southwestern states as well. High humidity, a couple of scattered showers and thunderstorms, and more or less make a almost midsummer feel that continues on over parts of the plains.
Well, it sounds like it could be good harvest weather over the central Corn Belt, Greg. Is that right?
Absolutely, coming off those highly beneficial welcome rains. Glad they came through in mid to late September versus mid to late October or November. Middle to upper 80-degree readings out towards the Corn Palace, Sioux Empire region. Couple of thunderstorm clusters here as that trough moves towards the divide. Warm, dry, high pressure sinking air other than a sprinkle across parts of Wisconsin, the upper Midwest on a warm front, and it will be out there early and often in a resumption of harvest operations. Down here in east central Illinois, about 90 bushel soybeans harvested per acre, 220 to 225 to 250 in some spots in southern Champaign County, and opportunities to continue on with almost a more or less midsummer feel expected. Maybe a couple of showers and thunderstorms back west of the Missouri later on into the week. That high pressure up aloft across the middle part of the country because of the Atlantic Basin storms. 3 out there, none of which I think will make landfall, but a little depression may come up into the western Gulf here. Some shower activity on the increase out there as the week wears on. Note the tropical moisture, remnant moisture from Narda in the southwestern states. Watch for the flash flood potential. Other side of the coin, dry high pressure and much needed coming off some welcome rains last week down across parts of the western Cotton Belt country. That system moves inland here with some rains picking on up. Warm, dry high pressure across the southeastern plains into the Ohio Valley for whether it be summer crop harvest or winter wheat planting operations there as the week wears on.
Any drought relief in sight for folks in the Northeast next week?
Not this week. Of course, over the past week, we saw it across Ohio, back into the eastern Corn Belt, but sinking air, high pressure and control. You'll be out there going at it. A little bit of a fall feel expected across the northeast of New England. Little, if any, organized moisture really anywhere from the Missouri on eastward with warm to hot high pressure for the time of year. Meanwhile, southeastern states, 1-2 weather systems out there with showers and thunderstorms across the Gulf Coast. It will be a wet spell of weather for the Carolinas, Florida, the Gulf Coast areas as the week wears on.